Okay guys, we're back with another Assetto Corsa BMW Z4 GT3 setup at Spa. Obviously we had the old setup that we used on the old settings of the game, but it was very early on in the game and I've got this car much better now. As you'll see from the lap we're about to do, much more planted to the floor and a lot more speed down the straights. So we're taking the first corner, second gear, miss the apex slightly there, maybe lose out a little bit, but we managed to run a good exit without running on the curb, so we get a good pull out the bend and some good speed to carry through a rouge. As you can see now, we're going to take a rouge flat out, no lifting. This car really grips through a rouge with this setup, so you just chuck it in and it grips perfectly, just skimming the curbs on each part of the apex, and we're going down the straight flat out now. We're going to pretty much hit the limiter just before we come to the braking point. You'll see now as we're coming to the braking point, we're just starting to hit the limiter. We're going to brake just before the curve on the left, going down into third gear, and we're going to try and hit that apex nice and cleanly and try not to hit too much of the curb to unsettle the car, then slowly feed the power in, little lift before we go into the apex just to bring that steering in, and then into fourth gear as we come out the corner, then going down into third gear, into the tight right hander now, trying to keep a nice tight line through that corner. Then on the power as early as we can into fourth gear, then back down to third gear as we chuck the car in for this left hander, then on the power as early as possible into fourth gear. Then we approach the fast left hander, which we're going to go into sixth gear, then back down into fifth gear just before the corner, throwing it in nice and early again, then on the power as soon as you think you can get that grip. Okay, so we're coming out the corner in sixth gear as we exit the corner, then we're going to look for the bridge again as our braking point. We're going to brake just after that, going down into third gear, trying to keep it nice and tight for the first right hander, and then get it in tight again for the next left hander, on the power again as early as you can, trying to stay on the grippy part of the track, into fourth gear and back down to third gear just before we see that curb, and just get it in a nice early apex and try and get the power on as much as you can coming out that corner. The more power you get on, the more speed you're going to carry on all the way to the next braking point, the chicane. So we're going to go into sixth gear, flat out now. We're going to look to take this next left hander flat out again, taking it around 157, 156 miles per hour as you'll see now. We're going to take it flat out, taking a nice tight early entry again, trying to keep it on the track, trying not to run wide, watching the track limits. We're going to watch our braking point now. We're going to brake just on that board there on the left as you see there. We're down into second gear. Be careful on the brakes, you might need to do a bit of trail braking there. Then slowly feed the power in as we come out the exit, going over the line for a 2 minutes 17.063. Okay, so we'll quickly show you the screenshot of the lap there. I missed out the brake bias, so I don't know why I did it on the setup, but we've missed it out, but it was on 75 or 76, so I varied it, testing it out, and they're both very similar anyway. So make sure you run 76 on the brake bias. We got the power on 10 and the coast on 50. That's to give us a bit more off the throttle grip through the corners. Make sure you take down the gearing obviously. Running the cambers, we run them quite high again, but not maxing them out because the tyre temperatures build up a bit too much if you're going too strong on them. Running the front toe a little bit lower and the rear toe a little bit lower also gives us a bit more grip through the corners. Ride height pretty low on the front, obviously not slamming it down to the floor on the back. It helps with the handling a lot running it like that. Springs slightly stiffened from the default. Anti-roll bars slightly different from the default also. Change some of the settings within the dampers as well to try and help out with the braking with that overturn you get in on braking, and it should help you out a lot as you'll find when you try the setup out. Anyway guys, I'll leave you with the replay of from the TV cameras for you guys to watch. If this setup has helped you out, make sure you subscribe to this video and give it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll be back with more setups soon.